Okay guys, a very quick one. We're going to be looking at something beautiful all the way as I take you around your Taenia Solium. Oh yes, your Taenia Solium. That's what they want us to note. And this Taenia Solium is our lesson 10. Very quickly. First and foremost, I want you to know that there's what is called your Taenia species. Inside Taenia species, there are two of them. Taenia Solium and Taenia saganata. Taenia Solium is the one that affects your pig. Taenia saganata, when you hear saganata is big, so it affects what? Cow. But the one they want us to know is what affects pig, which is the Taenia Solium. Can we rock? And of course, this guy here is how your Taenia Solium look like very, very well, especially. Well, let's go very quickly. First, what is the introduction to Taenia Solium? What and what should we know? Now, follow me very fast. You must understand is that Taenia Solium is a typical cestode. So, is your Taenia Solium under cestoda? Is it a cestode or is it trematoda? Of course, it is under your cestoda, right? And because it is not Turbellaria or trematoda, Taenia Solium is under what? Your cestoda. In fact, inside that cestoda, it is under your eucestoda. Are you getting it now? So, it is your cestode, and it is found mainly the way human intestine. So, where do you see tapeworm in human intestine? Another important thing is that it can reach up to 7 meters. In fact, it can even move from 7 to 12 meters, depending. Another important thing is that humans become infected only by consuming pork meat that is containing the bladder worm. Hold on, follow me. There is what is called your bladder worm. Bladder worm is the encysted embryo of your tapeworm. So, what is bladder worm? Encysted or infected your normal pork meat now that is infected with the encysted embryo of tapeworm is what we call your bladder worm. And when you eat pork that contain bladder worm, what happens? The second will develop in your body and you become infected with your Taenia Solium. Does it make sense? Now, another important thing is this. What is the morphological features of Taenia Solium that make them to be lovely? Under the morphological features, there are a couple of them they want us to note. Number one is scolex. Hold on, follow me from here very fast. If you watch in your tapeworm, normally you see your scolex, you see your strobilia, you see your proglottids. I've explained these things. This is your tapeworm, and this is your scolex, this is your strobilia, this is your proglottids. I went ahead to even show you something under scolex. I said scolex can have 3 different divisions here. Number 1 is the rostellum, number 2 is the hooks, and then number 3 is the suckers. And of course, if we are to label it, this guy here is the rostellum, this is the hook, and then this is the sucker. Where I told you that the hooks and suckers are for attachment and not for sucking, right? Oh yes, it's well of those areas. Now, let's go. Under the morphological features of Taenia Solium, number 1 is called scolex, right? What is the function of scolex? Very fast. You must understand is that the anterior end of tapeworm, of course, this anterior portion like this, show you it now, it forms a knob-like head that is equipped with what? Hooks and suckers for attachment to the intestinal wall. So what is the function of the hooks and suckers? For attachment to the intestinal wall, period. So aside the scolex, number 2 is called the strobilia. What is it about the strobilia? Strobilia contains the neck. It's not that long. When they say long neck, just it's not that long. So it's in a way short. It's very short. That connects the scolex, which is the head, to the proglottids. What connects the head to the proglottids is the strobilia. And then another thing that we have there is called the proglottids themselves. And then the proglottids are numerous segments that are arranged in a row along the strobilia. And I've told you that proglottids are 3. We have what is called the young proglottids, the old proglottids, and we have what is called the gravid proglottids. Towards the end, you should start having the old and the gravid proglottids. You understand that very quickly with me? The next thing is this. What is the adaptation for parasitic lifestyle? Hold on a bit. As far as 100 level is concerned, right, for both first and second semester, your complete series of classes, including your practicals, everything from beginning to the end is in the LearnLift app. All you have to do is just march down to your Play Store or App Store and download the LearnLift app. And then you're going to have access to every singular class. So just move down to tertiary. Click on tertiary plan, where you're going to see all your classes as far as your 100 level is concerned. And guess what? Your video lessons are there. Your CBT is there. You have access to your past questions. You have access to your notes. Very, very important. Man, this semester, you must do well. Anyway, let's proceed quickly as we march down to our class and continue our class. Enjoy. how have your Taenia Solium adapted themselves to live a parasitic lifestyle? Now, number one way is their digestive system. Oh yes. Do they have digestive system first, or they lack digestive system? First, you must know that they lack mouths and they lack digestive tract or digestive system. So they don't have mouth, they don't have digestive system. So absorption of nutrients is directly through the host's digested food. Now follow me. Since they don't have mouth and they don't have digestive tract, and they are in your intestine where you have digested food present, what will happen? Their body has tegument, right? The tegument, their body, they will use their body to absorb the digested food directly, and then it will just diffuse into their body. So they don't need mouth, they don't need digestive system, they don't need any of that, because every food that they need is already in your digestive system, and then they can tap it up from there directly. Another thing is this, very quickly, an adaptation for their parasitic lifestyle is respiration and circulation. What happens to their respiration? There is absence of what? Your circulatory system. So tapeworm rely on diffusion for these things to function. So for circulation, diffusion. For respiration, diffusion. They don't stress yourself. You they eat for them, and then they just flex all the way from your intestine. Another important thing very quickly is excretory system. How is their excretory system like? It consists of flame cells and ducts that facilitate their waste removal. Flame cells especially is what you choose as the excretory system of your Taenia Solium. Another important thing very quickly is, what is their muscular system like? When it comes to muscular system, what you must know is this: they have poorly developed muscular system due to their sedentary lifestyle. Do they move, or they don't move up and down? They are just in one location, right? And because they're in one location, they have sedentary lifestyle. And because they have sedentary lifestyle, their muscles are poorly developed. Another important thing very quickly they want us to know is their nervous system of tapeworm. What is it that forms the nervous system of tapeworm? You must know this, that the nervous system of tapeworm consists of what? Ring of nervous materials in the scolex that is connected to longitudinal nerve cord that run down their body. So they have more like your nerve cords. Are you getting it now? That run down their entire body. If you understand that, another important thing is this: how is their reproductive system like? How do they reproduce? How do they carry out their do's? Very fast. Take note of this, that each mature proglotid possesses both the male and the female reproductive organ. The male reproductive organ there is the testis, while the female reproductive organ there is the ovary. So they have the testis and they also have the ovary. Very, very important. Another important thing very quickly is this: fertilization occurs within each proglotid, and that is what leads to the formation of eggs within the uterus. So how is fertilization occur? Of course, now, if let's say this is one proglotid now, right? Within the proglotid, there is male reproductive structure, there is female reproductive structure. So as a result of that, they can fertilize themselves directly. Now, you must understand that as I move quickly, I'll throw more weight on their reproductive structure very fast. But before that, let's look at some past questions very quickly. Look at question 1 that they gave us here. Which part of Taenia Solium is responsible for attachment to the intestinal wall? Is it the scolex, or it is the strubilia, or it is the proglottids, or it is the cycus? What is the correct answer? Which part of Taenia Solium is responsible for attachment to the intestinal wall? Of course, attachment to intestinal wall is by the aid of their their scolex, and that makes option A the correct answer, because it is that scolex that contains the hook and the sulcus. Look at question 2 very fast. In question 2, they gave us this beautiful question all the way that say, how does Taenia Solium obtain nutrients? How do they obtain nutrients? The nutrients, is it through its mouth and digestive tract, or is by absorbing nutrients directly from the host digested food, or it is through diffusion from the host bloodstream, or it is by photosynthesis? How? They absorb nutrients directly from the host digested food, and that makes option B the correct answer. Another important question they asked us in question 3, where they gave us this lovely question that says, what is the primary method of respiration and circulation in Taenia Solium? Is it through gills, or through diffusion, or by complex circulatory system, or it is through muscular contraction? The way they respirate and the way nutrients circulate in their bodies by diffusion and is the answer. And look at question 4. They have this cheap question that says, very quickly, what happens during the shedding of proglottids? in Taenia Solium life cycle. If proglottids shed, right, what happened? Of course, if there is disconnect of proglottids, you go to your large intestine and then you will now do what? Excrete them out. Of course, proglottids are ingested by the host, proglottids are passed out with host feces, or proglottids releases eggs into the environment, or proglottids develop into cysts. What is the answer? Proglottids are passed out with the host feces, and that makes option 1 be the correct answer. If you catch this very quickly, guess what? I'm going to see you in lesson 11, where we're going to be looking at something very, very pretty. See you there. Enjoy. Bye-bye. Hope you've enjoyed this class. Guess what? To follow up for more classes, just download the LearnLift app, whether on Play Store or App Store, and then follow up your classes. You must do extremely well. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.